Okay, we're trying this again. Clearly the sound wasn't working last time and people weren't able to hear, so fingers crossed that it's working this time. Hopefully, I'm gonna give it a second, see if we can get a couple people on so they can tell me if they can hear me or not. I think that's kind of weird. So on my side, it says that everything is running and working smoothly. So I'm not sure. Okay, Sheila, hello. Tangela, hello. You guys can hear me now, right? I'm not sure what happened. The computer said everything was running smoothly, but I guess it wasn't. So it's all good. We're back. We're here. We're going to do readings. It's going to be great. Like I was saying, since you guys didn't hear me, for anyone who's new, my name is Jade and I am the founder of Soul Searchers. And what we do here is a couple of days a week, sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening. We do a collective oracle card reading and a few individual cards here and there, depending on how many people we have, if anyone's interested, etc. If you're watching the replay, please don't forget to comment #replay. And we are now on YouTube. So if you prefer YouTube over Facebook, or if you know anyone who does prefer YouTube over Facebook, we now have a Facebook and a YouTube channel. So we're live on both right now. Feel free to follow us and share our YouTube channel. There's not a lot on there right now, just our previous lives. I downloaded them all from Facebook and put them all up on our YouTube. So if you want to watch any of those, just the replay, kind of get your old messages, feel free to do so. We could definitely use the views. And that's pretty much it. So now that you guys can hear me, I will get some music going. I'll get our live shared, and hopefully we can get more people on here. I wish I knew why it wasn't working last time. We're going to try this again. Okay. There we go. All right. Ooh, that was loud. Sorry. I wonder what happened. I'm like spilling stuff everywhere. Anyways, okay. The mic is working. Music's on. Let me know if you guys can hear it, if it's too loud, too quiet, whatever the case. And I'm going to go ahead and pull a card for the collective. Actually, I think I'm going to pull a couple for the collective. Okay. And our reading for the collective this evening is going to come from the Work Your Light Oracle. Oh, thank you, Tangela. That's so sweet. Okay. What does the collective need to hear this evening? Okay. All right, so I pulled 3 cards for the collective, and we're going to go through them. All right. Can everyone hear the music? Is it all right? Too loud, too quiet? Let me know. Okay. So this first card for the collective is protection. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it says it's time to call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. So really, it's time for you to pull back your power from any previous situations and people. We go through life and we create energetic cords, essentially. Sometimes it's conscious, where you purposely connect with someone and you share that energy, but a lot of times it's unconscious. It's a subconscious thing. It happens whenever you're meeting someone new, or you spend time with somebody, or if you put a lot of energy into a certain situation, you now have an energetic cord. But it's time to cut those cords, call back your power, call back your energy, and really protect yourself from kind of like, how do I put it? I call them energy vampires. They like drain you. So any people that are draining, any situations that are draining, and just anywhere that your energy is being wasted and it's not being put to use for your highest good, it's time to kind of put a barrier around yourself to protect yourself from those energy suckers. Okay. And then the next card is the Sisterhood of the Rose, which is just such a pretty card. And if you can't read it, it says Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. And this card, what I'm receiving is to really embrace our feminine power. And you don't have to be a woman to have that feminine power. Everyone has masculine and feminine energy within them. Okay. So thank you, Rachel. So what this card is calling us to do right now is really embrace that inner power, that feminine power of allowing what is for us to come to us and embracing and being open to it, and kind of reflecting internally and growing from that reflection, looking at, okay, here's where I'm at. These are the lessons that I've learned. And now how can I continue to move forward in a way that is beneficial to my highest good? Okay. And I'd like to point out that specifically on your spiritual path, you don't have to go it alone. Okay. Shadow work is hard. Doing the inner work, facing your quote unquote inner demons, for lack of a better term, facing your traumas, big and small. It's not always easy. And as you're, looking at yourself internally, looking at, past traumas and situations and occurrences that you can learn and grow from, or you have learned and grown from, sometimes you might need support. And calling in your soul tribe and your soul family right now to do that, for that moral support, that emotional support is extremely important. So I definitely recommend that as well. Hello, Angelique. How are you? And then the last card, which we have been getting quite frequently lately, is Imrama. And again, that's the Celtic word for the journey of the soul. And it's about, what is your soul calling you to do, right? What path is your soul leading you towards? What lights you up and excites you and brings you true joy and happiness? If it's not bringing you true joy and happiness, then why are you doing it? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sometimes, we have jobs that we don't like because we need to pay bills. Okay, absolutely. But, what can you do to find joy in other parts of your life? What is your soul calling you to do? Are you truly, happy with where you are in life, or what can you do to change that? So that was our 3 cards for the collective. Again, protection, call back your energy, protect yourself from those energy suckers, those energy vampires. Call in your soul tribe for, emotional support, and really start learning from the situations you've been through and that are coming up, and facing, those inner struggles. And then again, in Rama, what is your soul calling you to do? What lights you up? What excites you? Are you on the right path? Do you need to look at a different path? Listen to your soul, because it will tell you. I hope that makes sense for you guys. That was hello, Amanda. That was the first card reading for the collective this evening. I need more water. All right. Who all do we have? We have 4 peoples. Hello, everybody. Okay. So this evening, I'm going to go ahead and do individual cards, but I'm also going to ask that if you guys have YouTube, if you follow anyone on YouTube, please go and subscribe to Soul Searchers channel. Obviously, all of our lives are going to be there, but I want to start doing some educational videos as well and putting those up just to kind of share, because people have lots of questions when it comes to spirituality and different aspects of spirituality. And I think that YouTube is a great place to go for answering those questions. So that's the plan. And obviously, I'll be sharing those on our Facebook, but not everyone likes Facebook or is on Facebook. So I wanted to give us another avenue to kind of get all our information out there. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me. And I can make a video about whatever it is. So that's my little spiel there. And I'm going to go ahead and switch our banner and ask if anyone would like a 1-card reading. Okay. And the comments are still a little bit delayed. So if you comment and I don't respond right away, I just haven't seen the comment yet. It takes a few seconds, about 5 to 10 seconds-ish from when you send the comment to when I see it. So bear with me. I will respond as soon as it pops up and I see it. Hi, Amanda. Yes, you are finally catching me. Okay. Sheila and Angelique and Amanda. All right, I'm going to write everyone down so I don't miss anybody. Okay, and these are just going to be general 1-card readings. I'm going to pull from whatever deck I kind of feel drawn to this evening. Okay, so Sheila, Angelique, Amanda, Tony, Tangela. Hi, Tay Tay. Okay. And Dion. Okay. So I have Sheila, Angelique, Amanda, Tony, Tangela, Tay Tay, and Dion. If anyone else would like a card, let me know. And that is Amanda May. Amanda, I don't remember your last name right now. But Amanda Vader? I like Vader because it reminds me of Darth Vader. So I don't know if that's actually how it's pronounced, but that's how I'm going to say it right now. If you would like a card, let me know. Okay, first up is Sheila. Okay. Sheila, your card is coming from the Angels and Ancestors. Hello, John Childress. Okay, what is your question? What does Sheila need to hear this evening? Yes, Amanda, that's the best. Okay. Yeah, I love Star Wars. I've been watching The Mandalorian with my family. It's pretty great. All right. Okay, what does Sheila need to hear? Okay. Okay. Sheila, before I give you your card, I'm going to answer John's question really quick. John sometimes dreams are messages, and sometimes it's our subconscious. I would actually say reach out to someone who does dream interpretations. And I am not that person. So I don't know. Amanda, do you know someone who does dream interpretations? I personally don't, John. So I would definitely find someone that does and ask them that. and go from there. Okay. Sheila. Oh, well then perfect. John, Amanda Vader here in the comments does dream interpretations. I would say private message her, and she can definitely help you with that. But yeah, I would say just reach out to her, because what I'm feeling from it may not be the same. So, Sheila, your card, my dear, is the Star Ancestor. And I think you've gotten this card before. If not, you've gotten a similar message. But what I'm receiving for you, Sheila, is you're still kind of holding back. You've been doing a lot of shadow work, really, trying to become the best version of yourself, and, taking step by step down your spiritual path. But I feel like you're still not happy. You're still not focusing on your joy and really enjoying each step that you're taking. It's very much you're pushing forward and pushing forward and pushing forward. And you're getting a lot done, and that's great. You're working through a lot, but you're going to burn yourself out. Okay. It's time for you to really look at how you can create a better balance and focus on things that bring you joy as well. Okay. Because your soul is very heavy, because you're constantly doing shadow work. You're constantly, analyzing and facing your traumas and, your limiting beliefs and things like that. And it's starting to wear on you. Okay. And I don't know if you've noticed that or not yet, but your soul is definitely very heavy. At least that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm receiving. And it's definitely time for you to start looking at, what little things can you add as you're working through, doing shadow work, as you're facing these traumas and limiting beliefs. What little things can you do to give yourself some relief and some joy in between all that hard work? And take some rest days. Have a few days where you're just relaxing and taking care of yourself and, focusing on you and not on all these experiences and traumas and everything like that, because it is exhausting to do shadow work. It is exhausting. Excuse me. It's exhausting to work on yourself and to work on being better. It's a lot. Okay. And your guides, are there, and they're supporting you, and they're trying to help you through. But it's definitely time for you to take a little bit of a break and do something that makes you happy. And also look at each step that you take, celebrate the little victories too, not just the big ones, because you're having little victories, on a regular basis with all this work that you're doing, but it's like you're overlooking them because it's not big enough. It's not, this huge transformation that you're looking for. But, huge transformations don't just happen like that. It's one little victory at a time. Okay. So it's definitely time to listen to your guides, listen to your soul, do something that makes you happy, and rest a little bit. Okay. And definitely work in some balance. So that was your card, my dear. It is the Star Ancestor. Follow the voice of your soul. I hope that makes sense. Drop a comment. Let me know. Brittany Haley. Yes, I can add you to the list, Brittany. Okay, good, Sheila. You're very welcome. All right, Angelique. Okay, I have Angelique, then I have Amanda, Tony, Tangela, Tay Tay, Dion, Amanda V, and Brittany H. Okay. Angelique. All right. Angelique, your card's coming from the Keepers of the Light Oracle, okay? Glad I could help, Sheila. All right. Angelique. Okay. All right, Angelique. You know how this works. So your card, my dear, is Odin, Psychic Insight, and I've been waiting for something like this to come up for you. So I don't know if you can read the bottom, but it says your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. And we've talked about this, and your ancestors have been very much on you about it. You already know this, but they are getting kind of frustrated with you. And, you know, from a place of love, okay? It's time for you to quit questioning yourself, quit questioning your intuition, quit questioning your guides and your ancestors. You know, you've been doing better, but you're still stubborn. You're still kind of trying to logically explain everything away for a lot of things, and synchronicities, coincidences, whatever you want to call them. But you've got to really trust the signs that they're sending you, and trust yourself and listen to your intuition. It's like when other people give you a message, when other people, you know, pass on the message from your guides, your ancestors, spirit source, whatever you want to call it. You listen to other people, but when you receive the message directly, you're unsure and you question yourself and you question the message that you've received. And that's just silly, because you have the answers. You asked, they answered, and you're like, I don't know. I don't know if that's it. I don't know if that's really right. Maybe I got that wrong. But you didn't. You just need to trust yourself, trust your intuition, and trust your guides, because right now they are getting very frustrated. But you already knew all that. So you got to start trusting yourself. You have a gift, and you know the answers. I don't know why you're not trusting yourself. I don't know why you're not just listening. You know what I mean? It's like you feel like you are not qualified enough or skilled enough to be the person receiving the messages, or that you like, I don't know how to, I feel like you feel like you're not good enough. Like, why would they come directly to you instead of someone who's more qualified? But newsflash, we all started somewhere, okay? You may be at the beginning, but they're your guides. They're your ancestors. They're, you know, speaking to you. Just listen to them, okay? So again, your card is Odin. Start listening and trusting yourself and your intuition. Angelique, you're doing better in some areas, but you're very hard-headed. And like I said, you have a tendency to trust others before you trust yourself. So you're going to others for the answers when your guides and your ancestors are already giving them to you. Yeah, you just got to listen to them, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Hi, Brandon. How are you? I do know I'm supposed to be doing a bunch of internal work this month. Okay, so start doing it. do the work. Keep your ears open. Know that they're there and they are guiding you as always. You know the deal. I don't have to tell you. All right. Next is Amanda. Amanda and Tony. Okay. All right. Amanda, your card is coming from the Saints and Angels deck. You're welcome, Angelique. Okay. Brandon, I will add you to the list. There's a few people in front of you, though. All right. Amanda. What does Amanda need to hear? Okay, Amanda, your card is the Mother card. It's Mother Mary. I don't know if you can see that. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I don't know if you and your mom are close or were close. Is your mom still around? Sorry, that was not a very sensitive way to ask that. But I think you and your mom need to sit down and have a talk. I'm feeling a lot of mixed emotions. Yeah, there's no nice way to ask this. Is your mom still with us or not? Because I feel okay. So what I'm feeling is there's a very strong, like, motherly, I don't know if it's a grandma. I think it's a grandma. But you need to talk with your mom. I don't know if there's like some like ups and downs going on or if you guys are having issues, but there is a grandmotherly presence essentially telling you to call your mom. I don't know why. But she seems like an interesting lady. I feel like she's like the grandma that she's like that grandma that's gonna sit at the kitchen table and be like so like gossipy with you, like tell me all the drama, tell me what's going on, and still be like, you need to talk to your mother, and like not having any of your shit, shutting down your attitude, but then like God help anybody that fucks with you because your grandma's gonna be like, oh no, boo, that's my grandbaby. That's what I'm getting. And I don't know how else to explain that other than like typical South Jersey grandma. But yeah, she wants you to call your mom. I don't know why. I don't know what the issue is. But she definitely wants you to call your mom. So you should do that. Okay, comments. Can't right now. Okay, so your mom's in Florida. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. No, she's very like typical South Jersey grandma, and I love her. So, but she wants you to call your mom. So I don't know what it's about, but you should call your mom because your grandma is not having anybody's shit right now. Like, are you keeping something from your mom that like you haven't told her yet? Or I don't know, but your grandma's fun. That's so funny. That's never happened to me before. Like, I can like see her face and she just has so much sass. Anyways, Tony. Hold on, I gotta drink some more water. Okay. All right, Tony. That's so funny. She's like, I'm not kidding. You tell her. Call her mother. Okay, jeez. I can't help it that I find it funny. All right. Tony. Sorry. That is a funny coincidence. All right. Okay. All right, Tony, your card is the Stargazer. Set your sights higher. And what I'm receiving for you, I don't know what you do for work, or what your career is, but I'm feeling it's kind of work related. So I feel like you're supposed to be doing something creative, like something artistic, and you're not. And like, I don't know what your actual career is, what your job is, but what I'm getting is that you have this like creative outlet, and it's something that you could be successful at and you could make a career out of, but you like didn't and decided to do something else. So essentially, what I'm receiving for you is to look at this again. Look at this creative activity or a creative venture, or I feel like it's something with your hands. Like, it's very hands-on, takes a lot of time and energy. But it's something that you're very skilled at, and you've kind of settled for something else because you felt like maybe you couldn't make a career out of it, like you couldn't make enough money doing this. But yeah, it's time for you to look at it again. It's time for you to start being creative again and seeing what you can do with it, because you can be extremely successful because you have the skill. And I feel like you're not entirely happy where you are at right now. Like, with whatever your job is right now, it's not fulfilling. It may be making you money and you're okay. Like, you don't hate it, but it's not like your dream job. So yeah, it's time to set your sights higher. Excuse me. Look for a way that you can, take this creative thing that you're really good at and make it into a lucrative business, so that you're not only making money and, surviving, living your life, but you're also enjoying what you do and you're actually happy. Because I feel like you're not like happy with what you're doing. So yeah. But anywho, Your card, like I said, is Stargazer. Set your sights higher. That's literally just like the... Yeah, Amanda, I felt like it was kind of similar. Like, I feel like, yeah, because the last time, didn't he get a card that said something about doing something creative? But I don't know. I don't know if he did anything with that. What I'm feeling is that he didn't, and they're really reinforcing it. It's time to make a move. Okay, Brandon, I'll add her to the list. And Amanda. Okay. Yeah, I've never met Tony. Okay. All right. So I'm glad that made sense. I hope that resonates, Tony. It's definitely time for you to reevaluate and go back to whatever this creative thing was that you loved. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to drink some more water. Also, for anyone who's new on here or who doesn't, follow my lives very often, I don't read the comments while I'm doing a reading unless I ask a specific question, because I just don't want it to subconsciously interfere with whatever I'm receiving. So I try not to get sidetracked or distracted whenever I'm receiving and doing a reading. So I'm not completely ignoring all the comments. I will read them, but just not while I'm receiving. Okay. Literally same. Tony works at a beer distributor. Jewelry guy wants to be a welder. Okay. Trade. Gotcha. So sounds like this was a confirmation, Tony. It's definitely time for you to go back and do what it is you enjoy. Do what it is that you're good at, that actually brings you happiness, and not something to make money. Although both are important. Okay. Tangela. Are you still here, Tangela? Okay, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and change our banner really quick. So I'm going to do all the one card reading requests that I have so far. And the last person will be Danielle. Okay. Tangela. Okay. Tangela, your card is coming from the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. All right, let's see. Tangela. Okay. So this one was kind of just thrown out. You can't see it because the camera is not, but it apparently this is the one. Okay. So Tangela, your card is the Master Buddha, Increased Awareness. It says deep connection and trust your inner voice. So what I'm receiving for you, Tangela, is I don't know if there's I feel like there's a major decision that you've been going back and forth on, like a big change, and you've been questioning yourself and reaching out for not judgment, but validation from others. to kind of gauge like if you're making the right choice or not, if this is the right move. And it's like you're hesitating. Like you're not just making the decision and going for it. But what I want to tell you is you're hesitating for a reason. You're searching for validation elsewhere for a reason. And I feel like the decision that you're hesitating on, it's because you want to do this thing, you want to make this big change, but now is not the time to do it. And you know that. Like, you know that within yourself. You know that it's not the right time, but you just want to do it. And what I want to tell you is to trust your intuition, trust that gut feeling, and to hold off. Yeah, so I don't know what it is. I don't know what this big decision, this big change or move is. But definitely take a closer look and, really look at why you're hesitating, why you're seeking validation elsewhere, and why you're not just, jumping into it. Okay. And kind of reevaluate. Like I said, I just don't feel like now's the right time. But the only person that can make that decision is you. So it doesn't matter how many other people you ask their opinions or ask, what they think. You're still going to hesitate, as you have been. I think that's just what I'm feeling, because no one else's opinion on it really matters. It boils down to you and what you feel, and I think you really need to look at why you're asking everyone else and why you're waiting. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Again, your card is the Master Buddha. Increased awareness. Okay, you're welcome. I'm glad that's helpful. I'm glad it makes sense. Okay. Tay-Tay. Tay-Tay, are you still here? Okay. Hello, Amanda Montijo. Montijo? I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. I apologize. What is your question? All right, Tay-Tay. Okay. Tay-Tay, your card is going to come from the Work Your Light Oracle. This one right here. Brittany Haley. Yes, you are still on the list. So I have Tay-Tay, Dion, Amanda V, then Brittany, I have you, and then Brandon and Danielle. And that is everyone I have for this evening. Okay, Tay-Tay. What does Tay-Tay need to hear? Okay. Amanda. That's a great question. I would ask him. Ask him why he hasn't called or texted you back. As far as a reading, tonight I'm doing 1 card general readings. And like I said, I have everyone for this evening, but I will be on again in the next couple days if you want to hop on the list for next time. Okay. Tay Tay, your card, my dear, is Get Grounded. So what I'm receiving for you, Tay Tay, is I feel like very emotional. Like a very overwhelming, kind of like anxious. Like I feel like you have a lot going on and you're feeling very overwhelmed by all of it. And you kind of just want to like just be like, fuck it. Like, I don't even care. I'm just gonna do whatever. And just kind of just blah. Um, I'm feeling that very intensely, actually. And like I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're so stressed and overwhelmed by everything that's happening. And I feel like other people are contributing a lot to this. Like, you maybe aren't surrounded by the best people who necessarily have your best interest at heart. And like they're making you feel worse instead of, being supportive and helpful and, actually being there for you. And I don't think it's intentional. I don't think they're being malicious. I think that they're just not necessarily understanding of how you're feeling or what's going on. And the way that they think they're quote unquote helping is really only making you feel worse. Yeah, so I would definitely be conscious of the people you're surrounding yourself with and how they actually make you feel and if they are being helpful or more hurtful. And it may not be intentional that they're hurting you or intentional that they're making you kind of feel worse. But I don't think you need that right now. And it's okay to step back and focus on yourself and your own health and well-being. And it's definitely time to take a self-care break and really look at how you're feeling and find, where you can de-stress and how to de-stress and kind of plan your next steps. Yeah, I don't know if you're feeling like I feel like you're very burnt out. And you're looking for an escape route. You're looking for a new path. You're looking to just go. You just want to just fuck it and go. But I would recommend taking some time to decompress and really take care of yourself and really evaluate, do you need to just up and go, or can you fix where you're at and help yourself now where you are? Um, yeah, take some time to really get grounded, maybe take an Epsom salt bath, spend some time in nature, really reconnect with the earth, with yourself. Um, really focus on that root chakra and that sense of security, because right now you're really lacking that sense of security, that stability. um so definitely look at that, look at the people you're surrounding yourself with. um it's definitely time to take a self-care break. So that is your card, Tay Tay. I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. I'm sorry that you were so overwhelmed and just burnt out and drained right now. But part of that is definitely due to the people around you. So protect yourself from the energy suckers, work on some grounding, get in touch with yourself, and look at your stability and comfort and how you can increase that, um, particularly in your surroundings. So I hope that makes sense. Um, Yeah, I would definitely say, I mean, I'm going to say meditation, journaling, but definitely spend some time in nature. I know it's cold out in a lot of places right now, but I think that'd be really helpful for you just to spend some time, with you, nature, yourself, your soul, and really, really getting reconnected, and decompressing and de-stressing. And yeah, so I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Again, your card is Get Grounded. Also, it's just very pretty. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I love it. Okay. Next, I have Dion. Then I have Amanda V, Brittany H, Brandon, and Danielle. Okay. Dion. Are you here, Dion? Ugh, my hair's a mess. You're welcome, Tay Tay. I'm glad that makes sense. I hope it was helpful. And I hope you're able to figure it out. Okay. Dion. Okay. Okay, Angelique. All right. So, Dion, your card's coming from Keepers of the Light. Dion. What does Dion need to hear? All right. Dion, your card is Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. I don't know if you can read that bottom part, but it says move beyond drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy. Okay. So, Dion, what I'm receiving for you is you've been doing a lot of internal work. You maybe haven't been expressing it as much, or sharing, but you've definitely been doing some introspection and, looking at why you have certain, behavioral tendencies, like why you do certain things, why you feel a certain way about different situations, different, past experiences, how they affect you now. You've been doing a lot of inner work, and it's starting to pay off. You're starting to release a lot. And I feel like you're starting to heal in the areas that you need to. That being said, and this kind of is for everyone, shadow work is not just like a one and done. Okay. When you're working on, healing past traumas and, limiting beliefs and past experiences and things like that, when you're doing shadow work, you get to a point where you're like, yeah, I feel great. This is awesome. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're done. Okay. It's a continuous process because you're continually having new experiences, and new things are going to come up, and you're going to start seeing these past experiences in a different way, and there's really layers to everything. So you're going to be continually doing this shadow work, and that's really for everybody. It's not just you. All the healers and intuitive readers and everyone out there, they're constantly doing their own shadow work too, myself included. Okay. But what I'm getting for you, Dion, is that you've been really focusing on being better and really understanding the way that you work internally, mentally and emotionally, and you're releasing a lot, and you're doing great. You're really doing great, and you've put in the effort, and it's starting to pay off. And it's super important for you to know that right now. Because I feel like you're having a lot of intense emotions as you're doing your shadow work, and it's really kind of brought up a lot of old feelings and memories, and that's always hard. And I mean, you're not the only one. This happens for all of us, but for you in particularly right now, I think it's important for you to know that it is working and you are making progress, and to not give up. But to also know that it's not just a one and done. So keep at it. You're doing amazing. Your guides are really proud of you. You have your own little cheering section that's like, yeah, do the thing. And they're like cheering you on and supporting you. But also, in those times where you feel like you just can't handle all the emotions or the thoughts and everything that's hitting you, they're there helping too, and kind of supporting you and taking on some of those, those feelings and that overwhelm, so that you can keep going. You're not alone. Okay. So even though you may feel like you're doing this alone, you're not. They're trying to make this as easy for you as they can, but you have to feel, you have to feel what you need to feel. I know that sounds kind of weird, and I say this all the time to everyone, but feel whatever it is you need to feel for however long you need to feel it. And, know that it's going to be okay, because you are working to improve yourself and to be the best version of yourself. And you're supporting, your highest self, your future self, and becoming more of who you are, your soul self. Okay. Yeah, it's just very important for you to know right now that you're doing great, and they're really proud of you, and just to keep at it. Sorry, my head just got really tingly. Yeah. So you're gonna have a few more big releases coming up, and you're probably gonna feel really shitty. And that's probably not the best way to say that, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. Just know that you're gonna be okay. It is not the end of the world. And like I said, that they're there and they're trying to help kind of cushion the blow as much as they can, but you have to process and you have to feel, and it's part of the journey. But know that it's going to be okay. And they really just want you to have a heads up so that you don't just like implode. So I hope that makes sense. Because feelings are hard. Shadow work is hard. Trying to be better is hard. But you really are doing amazing, and they're proud of you. I'm proud of you. I know that shit's hard. Just know that you're going to keep releasing, and there's going to be more coming up, and you're going to take a pretty big hit. Just don't give up, and know that you have support, not only in your guides, but in the people around you. And if you're ever feeling too much, to reach out and let them support you and let them love you and continue to love yourself. So I hope that makes sense. That was a lot of feelings. I always get a lot of feelings when I read for you, Dion. And I think it's just a lot of feelings. It's just very heavy. You have a lot going on. You have a lot of very conflicting emotions. But this time, I can really feel that it's not as heavy as you were before. And I think that's so awesome. I just want to hug you. But it's definitely a lot lighter than last time. Last time I read for you, I remember just feeling like I had a huge, big ass boulder that I'm carrying around, and it was just a lot of heavy ass feelings. And it's definitely lighter now. So I can tell that you've been working on it, but you're still really holding on to a lot of that trauma. Like you're not quite there yet as far as working on some of the bigger stuff. And I think that's what they're trying to warn you about. But I know that you can do it, and you're going to make it through just like the rest of us, and you're going to do great. Just let yourself feel what you need to feel. Don't rush it. Let yourself feel it for however long you need to. And I mean, just keep working, man. You're making progress. So again, your card is Saint Germain, Karma Releasing. And I'm going to drink some water. Yeah, Dion, I understand. Faux show. Feelings are not my favorite thing. It's something that I've struggled with forever. And it wasn't until I really started opening up and, learning to do shadow work myself, like a few years ago, that I kind of learned, like, oh, feelings are important. I should probably, do that. And I mean, I've been there. I've had all the shadow work. I still do shadow work all the time. We all have limiting beliefs and traumas and stuff that is hard for us to deal with. But the important part is that you're trying and you're doing the work and you're taking the steps. And they don't have to be big steps. Baby steps are good too. That's fine. Tiptoe if you need to. But the important part is you're doing it. And I think that's awesome. You're welcome, Dion. Okay. Amanda Vader. Darth Vader. Oh, I love Star Wars so much. Okay. Amanda. Okay. Amanda Vader. Okay. Amanda, are you still with me? Oh, and the multiple dark nights of the soul. I know. Yeah, no, real life. Yeah, dark nights of the soul are not fun. I've had a few, but baby steps. Baby steps. Okay, Amanda. Oh, your card, my dear, is coming from the Angels and Ancestors deck. I don't know if I said that already. All right. Let's see. All right, my dear, your card is Father Sky, Trust in the Unknown. I don't know if you can see that. That's really cool looking. I feel a lot lighter now. I feel like you have a very light and happy, kind of fun energy. I kind of just want to go run around and be ridiculous and have all the shenanigans. That's how I'm feeling. All the shenanigans. That was a very different feeling than the last one. Okay. Sorry. Amanda. So what I'm receiving for you is yeah, I don't think you have a problem trusting your intuition. I think you're very in tune. I'm just feeling a lot of fun and like bouncy energy. I don't know if you've been trying to like make like life plans lately, like kind of, this is where we're at and this is what we need to do and we have to stay on track, for X, Y, and Z. I feel like money wise, like you're trying to plan and prepare and make this kind of guideline, but it's not going to work out that way. It's going to work out in the end and everything is going to be fine, but it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster, and you kind of just have to trust the process, and it's hard to do that sometimes. We get very worked up on our human brain, kind of human hamster wheel of, these are my responsibilities and this is the way, I have to do things to make sure that my bills are paid and make sure, there's food on the table and X, Y, and Z. And we get kind of stressed and stuck on, plans on how to make that happen. So I don't know if you've been making like a budget or like a plan for that or something, but what I'm really getting is it's going to be a roller coaster. It's going to be very up and down. It's not going to go exactly how you planned. But it's going to be okay. You just have to trust the process and know that you're going to get there, and trust the universe. Don't micromanage. Don't try and control everything. Go with the flow. It's going to be difficult and frustrating, but it's definitely go with the flow and trust that it's going to be fine, because it will be. So I don't know if that's helpful or not, but I also want to tell you to just have fun and enjoy each step of the process, even when it's not going your way. Just maintain that fun, bouncy, shenanigan energy, and it'll be fine. Okay, definitely a shenanigan type. Was totally okay, cool. I've been feeling like I need to throw the playbook out and stop planning. Then this might be a confirmation for you, my dear, because because the plan, whatever plan you have in place or whatever plan you've been working on, it's not going to go that way. I don't know how else to say that. It's going to be, like I said, a roller coaster. It's not going to go how you planned at all. Like, there is no playbook. But everything is going to work out just fine. You just have to go with the flow and trust the process, trust the universe, and trust in yourself that you have the skills to make it through everything just fine. Excuse me, sorry. So I don't know, but that's what I'm getting for you, my dear, and I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Again, Father Sky, he looks kind of like Zeus like. I don't know. All the lightning bolts and stuff. Anyways, trust the process, trust the universe. You cannot micromanage the universe. Go with the flow. It does, but shit is hard. Yes, girl, I understand. I have been having my own planning issues. Like, it's like everything I plan, I want it to go a certain way, especially with the friggin' pandemic and everything else going on. It's like none of my plans have even remotely gone the way I wanted them to or expected them to. Everything's just going. It's going how it's supposed to. I may not like it, but that's the plan. So I'm going with it. I'm just gonna roll with it. Let it happen. Let the universe guide. Okay. Brittany H. Brittany H, are you still here? Okay, and then after Brittany, I have Brandon and then Danielle. Okay. All right. Brittany. All right. Brittany, your card is coming from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. All right, Brittany, what does Brittany need to hear? Oops. Sorry, clumsy shuffling. Shit. All right. Okay, Brittany, your card is the Ever Unfolding Rose. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it says cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. I don't know what's going on in your life currently at the moment, but what I'm receiving is kind of the same as what I just received for Amanda. Is really things aren't going necessarily according to your plans or how you expected them to or wanted them to. And I feel like for you, it's just one thing after another, and it's kind of hitting you hard. And that's okay. Feel what you need to feel, but understand that everything is happening for you. It's either, to kind of change your direction or for you to learn something and grow in some way. But it's all leading you to a better version of yourself. It's all for your highest good. It's not, I don't know how to put this. It's not happening to you. It's not like, poor me, this happened to me, and then that happened to me, and then this happened to me. It's, well, this happened for me, and that happened for me, and this next thing is happening for me. And you're meant to learn from these situations. You're meant to take them and use them to your benefit. And I feel like a lot of doors have kind of closed for you. But it's led you away from like this like toxic environment. Like you weren't flourishing where you were at. It was like slowly killing you, essentially, like a flower. It's like it was like poisoning you. And it's okay, so I'm just going to explain what I see. So it's like in the place that you were in, it's like you're this flower and you're like wilting and like your petals are falling off and it's very slow, but it's happening. And you had to be like repotted somewhere else with better soil and sunlight and more water. And it's like you're starting to flourish now because you're getting what you needed and you're slowly becoming healthier and becoming this beautiful flower again. But you weren't in a good place. So the fact that you're not there anymore is good. It's beneficial. You're on the right path to healing and to being the best version of yourself that you can be. But you have to take these bumps in the road and these doors closing and look for the opportunity, look for the growth, the lesson, and recognize these changes and realize where you were is one, not where you were supposed to be, but when you see that environment again, you're going to know. You're going to see it and be like, not going through that door, because it's not the right place for you. And you know it, and you've learned that. But it's super important for you to know right now that things are, they're not going to go to plan, and that's okay. They're not supposed to, because sorry, not sorry, but your plan just isn't what's best for you. And the plan that is in place for you is going to be a little rocky, but it's exactly where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to have these bumps in the road because it's only making you stronger. And not just like physically stronger, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually, as a whole. But just trust the process and trust the universe, and know that it's all working out the way that it's supposed to. And it's all going to be perfectly fine, because you're out of that toxicity and you're on your way to healing. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that resonates. Again, your card is the Ever Unfolding Rose. Okay, comments. Okay, good. I'm glad that makes sense. And I look forward to your message. I'm glad it makes sense. I'm glad it resonates. I feel like things are only going to get better from here for you, Brittany. But understand, it's not just like it's not going to be just a straight line of everything is awesome. There's still going to be bumps in the road. There's still going to be some shitty times. But in the end, everything is going to work out exactly how it's supposed to. Just trust the process. Okay. Yeah, more water. All right. Brandon. Are you still here, Brandon? All right, Brandon. Yeah, okay. Brandon, your card is coming from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Okay, Brandon. What does Brandon need to hear this evening? Oh, and before I pull this card, just a reminder for everybody to go like and follow Soul Searchers Facebook page. And if you're not into Facebook, you can also follow our channel on YouTube. That is all. Okay. Brandon. Oh, that's funny. I pulled that card earlier. All right, Brandon, your card is the Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Okay. So yeah, this is kind of similar to what I received earlier, but a little different. Brandon, what is it that you do right now? Like, what is your job? Because I feel like, so what I'm feeling for you, Brandon, is you're good at your job. You're in a place where you're very competent. Like you're very good at what you do, but you could be doing more. It's like you're kind of, I feel like you're meant to be in more of a leadership position. Like you're meant to be doing more in your career, not just low man on the totem pole, busting your butt every day. Because like, yes, you're really good at what you do, but I feel like you're also like picking up the slack for other people. I don't feel like you're where you're supposed to be. Okay. Okay. That makes more sense. Yeah. So, like I said, I feel like you're meant to be in a leadership position. You're not exactly where you're supposed to be. It's like you're good at your job. You are doing a lot. Or were you... So this is what I'm feeling and what I'm receiving, and it's kind of weird. So what I'm getting is that whatever it is that you've been doing up to now, you're really good at it. But it's like I said, it's like you're picking up everyone else's slack because other people are like half-assing their jobs or just not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I feel like you're kind of, it's like you're taking the biggest load of all the work and you're kind of getting the shit end of the stick a lot. That's the only way I know how to say that. Yeah, I'm feeling like it's you're not where you're supposed to be. Like, you're not fulfilling your potential. And it's not because you don't want to or you're not capable. It's like something's stopping you. And I don't know if it's the environment or a specific person, but it's like you have so much more potential to be to be a leader. And it's in your way. It's something or someone, they're just in your way. It's weird. Started today at that new job, actually. Okay, so maybe this is from your old job. Maybe that's what I'm receiving. Because I'm feeling like you're really good at what you do, but you're kind of like getting taken advantage of. Like treated kind of shitty. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's what I'm receiving. That's what I'm feeling. But it's definitely time for you to set your sights higher and to really look at what you're capable of and your skills and your potential and how you can fulfill that potential, because you aren't just meant to pick up other people's slack or clean up other people's messes. You know what I mean? It's like you're better. Like you're good at what you do and you're able to teach other people. And you should be in a position where you're able to teach and lead others and help others fulfill their potential. So I don't know what your plans are specifically, but I would definitely look at that and consider that moving forward. Honestly, not cut out for corporate America. Oh, National Guard. Okay. Managed logistics for a long time. Seeing things from the military side makes it difficult to work. Yeah, I understand that, which is why I'm going to the police department to be in a more team environment. Okay, so I don't know if you know this. I used to be in the military. I was in the Air Force for like 6 years, and I come from a military family. My whole family's Army. They were all active duty though, and I was active duty also. And I'm gonna say that don't expect it to be the same. Okay, it will be similar, but don't expect it to be the same. And definitely for you, I am gonna reinforce that. Like I said, you are meant to be in a leadership role, teaching others and showing and helping others to fulfill their potential. But before you can do that, you have to fulfill yours. And where you were at was definitely not where you needed to be. And I think where you're at right now is a good start. But it's still a stepping stone. It's definitely time for you to look at the big picture and figure out where you want to end up ultimately and start taking those steps and really like fulfilling your potential and your purpose. I hope that makes sense. I know that was a little bouncy. But yeah. Bunny J. Bunny, I do tarot and oracle card readings. And if you're interested in a private reading, you can message me via the Soul Searchers Facebook page, and I'd be happy to have a conversation with you about that. Right now, I'm doing individual one-card readings for the people who are on my list. And I have one more, and then I'm hopping off for the night. But like I said, you're welcome to message me, and we can talk about it. Okay, so Brandon, I hope that all makes sense. If you want to talk about it more, if you need more clarification, please feel free to message me. But like I said, it's definitely time for you to start looking at fulfilling your potential. And because you weren't, it's like you were wasting it. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. Bunny, you're welcome. No problem. Danielle. All right. Okay. Danielle, you are my last one for the night. Actually, I need to drink some more water. My mouth is dry now. Okay. Danielle. Danielle, your card is coming from the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards. Okay, what does Danielle need to hear? Okay. All right, Danielle, your card is Freya, phases and cycles. I don't know if you can read that bottom part, but it says there is a beginning within every ending, and illusions are revealed and released. Okay. So what I'm receiving for you, my dear, is to connect with and honor the part of nature within yourself. And the best way that I can explain this is okay. So let's go with the seasons. The seasons is the easiest way for me to explain this. You're not always going to be at 100% kicking ass, taking names, being awesome at everything. And you're not always going to be in the springtime of who you are. Okay. You're also going to have a fall and a winter, and you're going to need time to rest and relax and replenish so that you can bloom again in spring and kick ass and take names all over again. Right now, I want to say that you're trying to do everything and be everything for everyone. Be, a good mother, a good wife, a good friend, a good daughter, a good everything, and like fulfill these standards that you've set for yourself. And it's hard to be everything to everyone all the time. And it's time for you to rest a little bit. Like, forget about the expectations you've placed upon yourself of what you should be doing and how things should be, and allow yourself to go through these phases without putting guilt on yourself or shaming yourself for not being, perfect all the time. You're not going to be perfect all the time. Okay. That's completely impossible. There's no such thing as perfect anyways. And that's ridiculous. You have to give yourself a break. I also want to say, along with giving yourself a break, is take the time to enjoy every phase that you are in, and the different aspects of who you are. Because as you go through the different seasons, throughout the year, throughout who you are, you're constantly changing and growing and becoming a new version of yourself. We all are. But I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to be this like best version of you that you imagine, and you're not really enjoying like who you are right now and where you are right now and this phase of your life. You need to take time for yourself, rest, relax, but also look at who you are right now and look how far you've come. Look at who you were, I don't know, let's say like 10 years ago versus who you are now and how much you've grown and changed, and consider that you're only going to be this person, this version of yourself right now for so long. You're going to continue to grow and change and become a new version of you. So enjoy who you are in this moment and really like love yourself, every part of yourself, and even the things that you deem to be flaws, or imperfections. Because I feel like you're very hard on yourself, and like you shouldn't be, because you're kicking ass. You're being great, but it's like it's not enough. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's really what I'm feeling like. I feel like you're very hard on yourself. And you got to let yourself like just be a human being, man. You're not this like perfect thing. None of us are. Take a bubble bath. Take a hot bubble bath, and I want you to look in the mirror before you get in the bath, and I want you to tell yourself 5 things that you absolutely love about yourself that have nothing to do with your image or the role you play in someone else's life. Okay, I want them to be solely about you. And if you can't come up with 5, I'll settle for 3, but you have to do it. And I want you to message me because I feel like this is very important, and I feel like you like really need to do this. It's going to be difficult, but 5 or 3 things that you genuinely love about you and who you are, just solely about you. And then take a bath with bubbles or Epsom salts or whatever, and just take like an hour to yourself to just chill the fuck out and like bask in your own awesomeness and just love yourself. Yeah. Because I'm really like, I feel like you don't do this enough. Like you don't like compliment yourself enough, or like give yourself enough credit for all the amazing things that you're doing and the amazing person that you are. Like it's like there's a lot of feelings that I'm feeling for you right now. And I want to like shake you because you definitely need to recognize like who you are. You're a bad bitch. Okay? You are a fucking queen. Embrace your power. Like be empowered in who you are, and just like love yourself. Okay? Love yourself for who you are right now, and give yourself credit for how far you've come and everything that you've been through and where where you've stumbled and gotten back up. And don't focus on like, I want to be this perfect version of me that I've concocted in my head, and like in 10 years or 2 years or 5 years, whatever, I don't know. Don't worry about her. You will gradually become exactly who you are meant to be, because guess what? You already are her. You already are the perfect version of you. Like, it's just a matter of loving and accepting yourself and giving yourself the credit for the work that you're doing. Like, yes, we are all continuously learning and growing and changing, but you're still you. Okay. And you're still fucking amazing. It's like you have all this like judgment and like this like not good enoughness. Like you feel like you're not good enough. Like, and that's just not going to fly. And I'm not going to yell at you about it anymore. But like I said, take some time to rest, replenish, take a bath, love yourself. And I really want you to stand in the mirror and tell yourself 5 or 3. If you can't get to 5, I really want you to do 5, but I'll settle for 3 things that you absolutely love about yourself, because I think you need it and you need to hear it. And Brandon, if you are on here still, if you're still with me, I want you to come up with 5 things that you absolutely love about Danielle that have nothing to do with her body or her image, but about who she is as a person. And when she gets out of the bath, I want you to read it to her. That's your homework. Ha ha ha. You didn't think you were going to get homework, did you? But that's really important right now. And I know I'm a bit much sometimes, but I'm really feeling this for you right now, Danielle. And I think that you have a lot of intense self-judgment, and you were so hard on yourself, and you really need to see you need to see that, and you need to see how amazing you are and how far you've come, and like recognize that you are exactly who you're meant to be. You're just, going through one phase at a time, just like the rest of us. So anyways, that's your card. I'm going to quit hollering at you and whatnot. But again, it is Freya. And I want you to look up Freya, okay? Look up Freya and read a bit about her, because I feel like that's important too. Again, phases and cycles. I hope that makes sense. I know that was a lot. I don't normally give people homework. That's not normally my jam. But I'm giving you homework, and I think that you definitely need to do it. Okay, Brandon, fine. Fine. Oh, goodness. All right. You're welcome. And if you don't want to tell me what your 5 things are, that's fine. I just want to know that you did it. That's it. But if you want to tell me the 5 things, you're more than welcome to. And that is the last card for the evening. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of feelings in there, Danielle, and I think a lot of self-love work that needs to be done. A lot of shadow work, a lot of past traumas and limiting beliefs that need to be worked on and healed. But I think this is a good first step. And you'll do that work when you're ready to do it. But that's up to you. No one can force you, except right now I am making you do the 5 things. But other than that, it's up to you. Okay. Anyways, so that is our last card for the night. I'm going to go ahead and turn our little banner off. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Thank you for being live with me. For everyone who allowed me to read for you, thank you. I hope it all resonated. I hope it was all helpful. I know I really love reading for all of you. It is truly a blessing to be able to help others and to kind of translate the messages that I receive for you from source, spirit, angels, guides, whatever you choose to believe in. But thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I will see you on our next live. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, since we have that now. Keep an eye out, and feel free to leave reviews on Facebook if you would like to, and you're always welcome to private message me on the Soul Searchers Facebook page if you have any questions, comments, anything like that. And I will see you all next time. Bye.